Let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay, yeah. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let's do the intro real quick. Sorry, guys, I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties right now. Hold on one second. Okay. I'm going to keep this short and sweet because people get on my nerves. They really do. And I'm just in one of those moods where, you know, I will always call out toxic creators. There's so many of them here on YouTube. It's like I'd be here for hours naming all of them. I am feeling better a little bit. Just really tired, that's all. But people on this YouTube, you know, YouTube is nowhere near what it used to be. And so many creators don't give a shit about their followers, the people who choose to support them, the people who look up to them and not even necessarily look up to them. I chose to add commentary to my channel because I felt like I had something to say to the world. And then the more I started doing YouTube, I felt like there's just some people that I need to call out and hold people accountable for their actions. And I will continue to do that. I don't have any shame in my game. I am a very upfront, honest person. And if you don't like it, then obviously this isn't the channel for you. But I have stood back and watched creators take advantage of their followers. Let's even use somebody like, I don't know, in general, let's use somebody like the Ace family. Can't stand them. I have so many videos planned on the Ace family because they don't give a shit about anybody. I don't understand why when you're on this platform, you're on YouTube. A lot of these YouTubers, especially the ones who have gain success, which success is supposed to make you better, not worse. It's supposed to make you better. It's not supposed to make you an asshole, right? It's not supposed to make you want to treat people any kind of way or take advantage of people, right? So I've watched them lie to their followers, scam their followers, say horrible things, use different situations. Just watch them do some really, really evil things. And I used to be a fan of the Ace family. And then I started seeing what horrible people that they are. And to me, here's how I look at it. If money changes you, then you weren't shit before you had money. Let me repeat that. If money changes you, then you were not shit before you had money. Meaning, you got money, you ain't shit. Okay? And when you didn't have money, you weren't shit either. Because money is supposed to make you a better person. Success is supposed to make you better. It is not supposed to fucking make you an asshole, right? I have seen some horrible things here on YouTube. More than any other platform I've ever been on. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. What others? What other ones is there? I don't know. But I've seen some horrible, horrible things here on YouTube. And it's sickening. I have learned so much. I have lost, Twitter. There. I will say hi to everybody as soon as I'm done talking. Yes, Twitter. Thank you, DTOS. Twitter. Yep. Even Twitter. And we all know Twitter, they drag the shit out of you. But, I have learned, and I was actually just talking about this to my friend last night, which is Goose. What I have learned here on YouTube is I pay attention to the people who stick by me through the good, the bad, the ugly. Those are the people that I pay attention to. And you have to pay attention to those types of things when you're a creator. One thing I've always liked about myself is I treat people the way they treat me. If not perfect by any means, but if you treat me a certain way, then I'm going to treat you that way. That's just how I am. I'm like that with my boyfriend. The only person that I'm not like that with is my kids. Can't be like that with my kids because guess what? They're just going to keep bugging you, right? So that's the only person that I'm not like that with. But I've learned, here on YouTube that those are the people that you have to pay attention to, is the people who stick by you at your worst. Because obviously that's important, because if somebody's going to stick by you through your worst, then you know that they're going to be there regardless. I am a commentary / makeup channel. And I want to say something to, that one creator. Tyra Nicole. Let's just make something really, really clear here, okay? I am a commentary / makeup channel. When I call people out, when I call people out or whatever the situation is, that is what being a creator is. If you're a drama channel, if you're a commentary channel, whatever it is that you choose to do with your YouTube channel, please let's be clear here. When you are a commentator and you are holding other creators accountable for their actions, not everyone's going to like it. I am perfectly okay if people want to, if somebody doesn't like what I say, and a lot of people don't. If you don't like what I say and you have a channel, you can go on your channel and do commentary on me every fucking day, every 5 minutes, every 2 seconds. I don't give a shit. Okay? Don't say that I got my panties in a bunch because you did commentary on me. Okay? Because at the end of the day, I don't give a shit if you do commentary on me. You did your video on me. You did a video about me 3 to 4 months ago, and I just now started talking about it a week ago, 2 weeks ago. How's that getting? How is that me getting my panties in a bunch? My panties don't get a bunch. Would never get in a bunch over somebody like you. And you saying that you don't respect me, sweetheart, I haven't respected you since the day you admitted blatantly that you say the N-word. You have no relevance to me. I don't associate with people who say the N-word when they are white. Okay? So you can say you don't have any have any respect for me till your face turns blue. I don't care. Because I never respected you. From the day you said you say the N-word. Okay? Let's be clear on that. And I don't respect you because you're doxing people, and there's proof of it. You treat people like shit. You turn your back on people and talk about people like a dog. Why would I have any respect for somebody like that? You're calling me a hypocrite, saying you're calling me out on my hypocrisy, but yet you're on your video calling me out on my hypocrisy, talking shit about my makeup when you do makeup yourself. Tell me what kind of sense. Make it make sense. Like, just people. Like, I can't. Like, I seriously cannot. Exactly. That's ridiculous. Like, that's ridiculous. The only hypocrite is you. Anytime, first of all, if you do commentary on somebody, how does that excuse you talking shit about them? You can do commentary on somebody without talking about their looks, right? You can do commentary without degrading somebody. Commentary is calling somebody out or whatever it is that you're doing on their actions, calling somebody out on their actions, but that doesn't mean that you have to talk bad about them or bully them in any way, shape, or form. You can actually do commentary and talk about how you don't like what somebody does without putting them down. But see, people who have no brain, yep, I said it, and I don't care if you don't like it. People who have no brain don't know how to do that. It's the truth. You can't sit here and say, oh, I'll never respect you. Sweetheart, I'm surprised that as many people, the few that do, respect you after knowing that you say the N-word. And yes, sweetheart, you still do. So you don't have to respect me. Nobody cares. But please understand, you could do commentary on me all day long. I do not care. I do not care. That's why I'm here. People are going to do commentary on me if they don't like something that I say and they don't like something that I do. Fine, that's fine. If you're doing commentary and calling me out on my hypocrisy, please make sure that you are not a hypocrite your motherfucking self. Because you are. Anytime you can sit there and bash somebody for their makeup, but yet you do makeup, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. I cannot. Now I understand why Steph TXMA is so not only upset, but so you can just tell she's just so agitated because it's like, make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. I can't. I really cannot. It shows how intelligent someone is when they talk about looks in a horrible way. Exactly. And it's not even that. It's like, if you're going to do a commentary video, go ahead. I don't give a shit. Which is why I just now started talking about it like a week ago. And the only reason why I addressed it is because I started seeing things and I'm like, okay. And I didn't even watch the video that she responded to. I didn't even watch that. There were certain parts that were sent to me. And it's like, of course, I have to go watch myself, even if it is sent to me. But in the same sense, it's like all of this stuff that's going on is ridiculous. And the fact that, you know, you're doxing people and there's proof of it is disgusting. I've just seen some disgusting things here on YouTube, you guys. And like I said, and how I will continue to say, I've always, I'm going to do a video about that. Steph is a good person. She never deserves any of this. This is ridiculous. But the one thing that I will say is I'm going to talk about this too. Hey, Melissa. I don't understand why YouTubers change once you start gaining a certain amount of success. I really do think if you change and you change for the worse after you start gaining a certain amount of success, it really shows your character. And like I said, if success is not making you better and you're turning into an asshole, then you weren't shit before you started making money. You know what I'm saying? No matter what the situation is, your followers should be, when it comes to YouTube, your priority. You should always be transparent with your followers. You should always honesty. That's all. You know, especially if you have a commentary channel, just do the best that you can to show your followers, because at the end of the day, regardless of whether you have 2 people watching you or 200, which I don't care. All that matters to me is that people are taking the time out of their day to watch me. And you don't have to do that. Life is precious. Your time is precious. So it is a very humbling experience when people take that time to listen to what I have to say. You know what I'm saying? That means a lot to me. So I'm always going to make sure that I'm doing right by the people who support me. I'm always going to make sure that I'm very transparent with you guys. And that is a promise, no matter how successful I get with this. And I always speak it into existence because I know I will. And when I do, I'm always going to make my supporters my number one priority when it comes to my channel, because that's the way it's supposed to be. Now, nobody's perfect and you're always going to make mistakes. And when I make mistakes, just like I expect you guys to hold me accountable, I will hold myself accountable. Everybody may say one thing and then change their mind as time goes on, and people throw that. I know how YouTube works. You could have an opinion about something and then, sorry, my hair is a mess. You could have an opinion about something and then maybe 2-3 months down the line, my opinion might change. And then you'll have somebody like, grimy ass creators that might be like, oh, she's this, she's that, because she said this 2 months ago and now she's saying this. But you can change your opinions about things, but I will be the first to say, yep, I said it. There's no reason for me to be anything but transparent about who I am, what I say, my opinion about things. That's just the way that it is, you know? Absolutely. I'm very grateful because it means a lot to me, you know? Um it means a lot. It means a lot when people can come in here and listen to what I say and care about what I say and interact with me and talk to me, and that means the world to me. And I would never ever take that for granted. And I think that's what it comes down to. I'm never going to attack a subscriber if they have a different opinion than me, or if a subscriber says, I might get mad uh initially. I'm not gonna lie, because that's me, and I think you guys are figuring me out as you watch me. But I'm not going to, if a subscriber says to me, Tia, what you just said kind of is, you're talking about her looks or you're bashing her, anything. Like, if you guys were to hold me accountable on something, I would sit back and try to listen, or if you emailed me or whatever, and you just said, hey, I don't like this, or I don't like that, or I feel uncomfortable with this. You can't make everybody happy. That's understandable. But I still will listen to you guys. I expect for you guys to hold me accountable if you see that I'm doing something wrong, because that's actually not only holding me accountable, but having my back. And that I genuinely appreciate as well. But I, as I've been on this YouTube journey, have watched so many people yell at their subscribers and act as though, I don't know, act as though it is not a privilege for you that you have these subscribers in your chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference between, if you guys were, my hair keeps messing up. There's a difference between if you guys were like, Tia, if a subscriber was like, Tia, why are you talking about this? I don't think you should be talking about this. Then I would have a problem, because nobody's going to tell me how to run my channel. Okay. That's different. But if you come into my chat and you're giving your opinion about what I'm talking about, what you're supposed to do, and my opinion isn't, you don't like what I'm saying, I have no problem with you calling me out and saying, okay, Tia, but look at it this way too. Right. And I have watched so many creators be so very unappreciative to the people who watch them and who take the time out of their day to watch you, and you act as though they're nothing. Like, they mean nothing to you. Like, your subscribers mean nothing to you, because if one goes, another one's going to come back. Another one's going to come back, and they're going to find you or whatever. But at the end of the day, if you're not humble and appreciative towards the people that support you, eventually that shit's going to blow up in your face. It is. Okay. You may not think it is, but let me tell you, it is. If you take advantage of people who support you when they don't have to, it's going to blow up in your face. You are going to feel like an idiot. You are the one. Karma is a bitch, and it's always going to come knocking at your door. Don't matter when. It's always when you least expect it, but it's always going to happen. You cannot sit around and think that you can just treat people and talk to people any kind of way, and people are just going to support you. One day, people are going to see you for who you truly are. And that goes for if you have 1,000,000 subscribers, all the way down to if you have 100. It doesn't matter. You always should. So much gratitude to your subscribers, and I appreciate you very much. Thank you, Susie. Being involved in drama constantly like she is also shows a lack of appreciation for our audience. Not everyone wants to hear that. Exactly. Like, I can come on here and talk about drama all day, but I don't want to do that, because I know that that's not my passion. My passion isn't to come on here and talk to you guys about yeah, holding other people accountable, but my passion is talking about a lot of things, not just drama and the things that are going on and blah 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 blah. I want to talk about things that are going on in the world and just have a very intellectual dialogue with you guys about certain things. And I know that there are people who enjoy seeing that. And it may not be as much people who enjoy seeing drama, but that's okay. I don't go live all the time. It's very hard for me to go live. And a majority of you guys know what I'm going through right now. So when I do come on here live, it's important that I talk about things that I'm passionate about. I can't just talk about uh Natasha or Tira or if I'm talking about Steph TXMA, which I would I just can't do that type of stuff because that's not me. There are other channels that do that and that's great, but that's not me. That's not what my channel is about. But do I hold people accountable for their actions? Absolutely. And I am perfectly okay with people doing commentary on me. I don't care. Do it until you can't do it no more. I don't care. But you better know what you're talking about. You better know what you're talking about before you do it. Because if you're going to do commentary on me and you are talking a whole bunch of bullshit, well, then I'm just going to call you out on your bullshit. Because you sound like you don't, I don't understand. There are just creators that come on YouTube specifically to cause chaos. That's what they're here for. They're here to cause chaos. They're here to ruin other people's life. Oh, thank you, Outside the Box. Hi, Chloe Joe. Apparently Tara can do it forever. How is she not tired of the drama already? I don't know. Because I cannot. Like, drama it literally sucks everything out of me, you guys. Like, literally, it just drains me. Like, I don't mind holding people accountable, but it's not something that I can do every single day because it just literally just sucks everything out of me. I don't see how people can do it. But I did watch Steph TXMA and I watched her video today, and you can tell, like, or was it today, Melissa? And you can just tell, like, it's just, she's really going through it. She really is. And I know that there's people on here who have themselves been through so much, and who has been bullied. And right now, that's what Steph is going through. So, Steph TXMA, if you guys can go over there and just show her some love and words of encouragement, that would be great, because she's being doxxed. She's being talked about. Like, it's not right. And I know how much it hurts when people lie on you. It hurts. She's understandably frustrated. And I can understand that. She definitely doesn't understand what manifestation is and how it works. Right. Energy goes low from always being around negativity. It does. It really, really does. Also, she's incapable of changing for the better. She has been given so many chances and always reverts back to the same behavior. That's another thing I want to talk to you guys about too. That's in the title. And it's like, how many times does it take for a creator to say sorry over their problematic behavior, over their toxic behavior, over their bullying, doxing? How many times does it take for a creator to do that before you say, I am done with this shit, and wipe your hands of it all? How many times? Thank you, Lynn. I appreciate that. That's so sweet. How many times does it take for people to understand how that if a creator is constantly saying sorry, if a creator is doing a live with a long list of people that she has to give an explanation for as to why she is having problems with that person, how many times does that person have to apologize for their behavior before you wipe your hands of it all and say, okay, now I see what's going on here. This creator is toxic. I'm no longer supporting this creator. That's just a general question. Like, if I'm on here, you guys, and I'm saying horrible things and I'm admitting to you guys that I say derogatory things about white people, or I say derogatory things about Mexicans, and remember when I said the R word that time, and as soon as I said it, I was so upset with myself because that's not a word in my vocabulary. It's not a word that I use. It's my mother. I don't know the politically correct term, you guys, but my mother used to take care of the mentally challenged. So it was her life. She was a nurse for 20 years for the mentally challenged. I've been around them. I've helped her. Um, you know, when she needed me, I would go to work with her. It's all it. I knew growing up that, in my opinion, they look at us like we're different. You know what I'm saying? And it used to break my heart when people would make fun of them, because my mother would take them for activities like to the movies or to the mall or something like that. And it's just so painful, you guys, when you are walking with people that are maybe different. Maybe is the operative word here, because you just never know. We're the fucking weirdos. But anyway, it's so painful when you're walking around with somebody that's different and people stare, and then you have little kids who laugh. It used to break my heart. I immediately took I know I did, Lynn. I immediately took responsibility for that because I felt so bad, because my mother always stayed on me about, sticking up for people, who had any kind of disabilities in life. So I had a disability growing up. I had a disability in math. So therefore, that's just what I know. It's what I grew up with. It's what I was around. So for me to say that word, I was very hard on myself for that. But I wasn't mad when some people were holding me accountable. Now, the people that, I think that was about Mandy at that time, the people that were on her side trying to hold me accountable, hell yeah, I cussed all of them out, because guess what? She has said it millions of times. And there's a video out there. Thank you, DTOS. There's a video out there of her saying the R word over and over and over again and never apologizing for it, not even once. I said it, and a second after I said it, I apologized for it because it was wrong. It was wrong. Exactly what's normal, because guess what? Most people aren't. I know I'm not. But at the end of the day, I felt so bad for saying that word, and I apologized for saying that word. But there may have been some people who were watching me and who were extremely offended by that and never watched me again because of it. And there's nothing I can say but I'm sorry. But if I said that word again and again and again and apologize for it after every single time that I said it, when is it that finally the person that's supporting me is like, okay, Tia, that's it. You keep saying that you don't say that word, but yet you keep saying the word, but you keep apologizing. I'm not accepting your apology anymore. How many times are you going to keep doing this? That's what I'm trying to ask you guys. At what point is it? How many times do you say I'm sorry before finally it's like, okay, enough is enough? So I want to hear you guys' answers. Right, Melissa. I know. But I'm saying, like I said, what if I said it again and again and apologize and apologize? Like, how many times is a creator going to keep apologizing before finally you're just like, okay, that's it. I'm done supporting this person. I'm not dealing with it anymore. I'm going to show you guys how I put on my lipstick real quick. I don't really like lipstick, you guys. I really don't. This is the NYX what do you call them things? Lip pencil. It's a lip pencil. And NYX is my favorite, and they're affordable. They're only like $3-4. I would come to you privately if it would happen again. But if I was doing it over and over again, wouldn't you stop supporting me though? Lynn, wouldn't you stop supporting me if I kept doing it over and over again? I'm just saying, at what point, this is the Milani Ludicrous lip gloss, and it's really good. You can get this at Walmart. And this is in the color She's All That. I am way too stubborn. It takes a lot to get me to forgive. If I give second chances, it's rare. But if I do and they blow it, yeah, forget it, because you're history. That's how I am too. That's exactly how I am, Jennifer Sharp. And the reason that creator continually does the same thing over and over is because she doesn't care or want to change, really. I agree. I 100% agree. I just wanted to talk to you guys about this because I really want you guys to just pay close attention to the people that you choose to support. The people that, you know, that you may watch, and if you get a gut feeling about a person, 9 times out of 10, you guys, that feeling that you get is spot on. Not all the times, but 9 times out of 10, it's usually spot on, and you're usually right about what it is that you're thinking. And well, if they repeatedly say they are, I will continue to be the same person. That's enough for me. Exactly. I think being who you are, being your true authentic self, is the best thing in the world. When I first came on here, it was hard for me to be my true authentic self because I was kind of shy at first, and I was hit with a lot of stuff, you guys, unexpectedly when I first started going live. I really was. Like, a lot of things happened, and still to this day, people will say Teaya used drama to get views and blah 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 blah. Duh. Like, duh. Did I know that this was going to happen? No, absolutely not. I never knew that BX was going to hop on my panel. I never knew Molly Golightly was going to hop on my panel. I never knew Natasha was going to hop on my panel and go at it with Mandy. Those aren't things that were planned. It was just something that happened. But of course, because of that, my channel grew. And I was very happy and grateful because of that. But at the end of the day, am I regretful of it? No. There are a lot of people out there that don't like me, and that's okay. I don't care. I don't give a fuck who likes me and who doesn't. That's not how I live my life. All I can do is be my true authentic self. And to be honest with you, me not being able to be fake has gotten me in a lot of trouble. Okay. The fact that I am not able to pretend with people, that has really worked as a disadvantage to me sometimes. It has. There are a lot of people who, I could pretend with, but I chose not to because I cannot do it. I just can't. Oh, no, you're fine, D2S. And also, this isn't just some mildly bad behavior. Refusing to take down someone's docs, a person you've doxed twice before. I can't understand why everyone is just okay with this. Me either. Hi, Teaya in chat listening while I deal with Christmas stuff. I was at you first live, Teaya. It was great. Thank you, lovely symbols. How are you, sweetheart? You can't control who likes you. No, you cannot. If you repeat it over and over again, then it will probably be a part of your thinking, your brain, which is concerning. If it's something like that, T word, N word, offending certain groups. Exactly. You know, when you defend a whole race of people, when you offend a whole race of people, obviously that turns into a problem. And like I said, it's always worked as a disadvantage to me that it's just very hard for me to pretend with people, you know? Some people can do that. And just because you can do it, that does not mean that you're fake or anything. Some people do it because of different reasons, you know what I'm saying? But with me, I can't even do it for different reasons. It's very, very hard for me. But I am so very grateful that I have people who support me, that have a brain of their own, who think on their own, who are not sheep and who do not follow the crowd, that has their own mind and are perfectly capable of making their own decisions. That's what I want. I don't want sheep. I want people who are going to have their own mind and hold even me, the person you choose to support, even me, accountable for my own actions. I'm very grateful for that, you guys. I hope you guys know that. Teaya, she did at least 2 streams in the last 2 months talking about how she didn't have white privilege and didn't want to. Oh my God. Listen, that's a whole other conversation for itself. And I have no problem with talking about that controversial subject with you guys. I talk to you guys about that kind of stuff, right? If you want to talk about it, we can. Not everybody believes in white privilege. Not everybody. And that's okay. That's okay. All I can do as a Black woman is try to explain to you how it feels when I go into places like Ulta. Now, you guys see my makeup's always done because I like to do my makeup. Only way I can explain that to you guys, and we'll do a video about this, but I'm saying there's going to be a lot of people that are going to get offended. Do I care? No, but people are going to get offended. But all I can explain to you is I cannot, for people who don't believe in it, that's your right. All I can do is say is, do you know how it feels to walk into a store and be followed simply because of the color of your skin? Some people may say yes, but I know that it happens more when I'm in Sephora than Ulta, though. But I can tell you right now, it happens to me every time, and I go in Sephora all the time. And let me tell you something. When I walk into Sephora, I'm always followed. Meanwhile, the white person next to me is stealing, but they're not paying attention to her. They're watching me. Am I going to steal? No, I can buy everything in this motherfucking place. I'm not going to steal. I don't have to. But the person next to me is. We'll talk about it. So proud of Lucy as such a strong, independent, beautiful woman. Thank you, Melissa. I'm proud of you too, sweetheart. They're not very nice in general, no. But yeah, it happens to me more when I go into Sephora, or how, like, this is a perfect example, you guys. My fiance and I were in Target, and we were just walking around the store. There are these two, you might as well say that they were drug addicts. They look like it. And they were stealing left and right. And let me tell you the clue, you guys. Let me tell you the clue. The girl had a stroller with no baby in it, stealing left and right. But they weren't paying attention to them. They were watching us, me. my fiance. I can't explain to you how white privilege doesn't exist. I can't do that because I know it does. All I can explain to you is what I go through and things that you probably wouldn't even ever think of going through. So that's all I can do. And that's a good subject to talk about. I just want you guys to be very, very careful about the people you choose to give your time to. Do you want to support people who are bad? People who are cold in the heart and only see you as a subscriber or as a supporter as their meal ticket? Do you want to support people like that? Oh no, you're fine, Jennifer. I cuss. It's okay. Do you want to support people like that? Just pay attention to the people that you guys choose to support because let me tell you something. This is getting fucking ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous and I'm so tired of it. Everything's going on here, urban. It's just so these creators on this platform makes me not even want to watch YouTube anymore. It really does. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some great YouTubers here. You know, I still watch people. But it's just like these creators who are doxing and just treat their subscribers like fucking shit and that use their subscribers and that's not transparent with their subscribers. Oh my gosh, I can go on and on and on. It's nerve-wracking to watch. That's all. It's nerve-wracking to watch, especially when it's somebody that you're cool with and you see that they're going through hell right now because of certain people. I was a minority in school in Boston, and I was one of the 3 white girls. I know what it's like to feel like a minority and feel like people are staring at you like you're different. It sucks. Absolutely. Sorry if my accent murdered that. That's okay, Jennifer. Hey, y'all, don't bust a caps lock on me now. I felt that way a lot today. Like, I can't take this anymore. It's been hard to watch. It's very hard to watch. Have you experienced that, Susie? I cried every day going to school. I felt like a damn germ. Yeah. And I know that from being the only Black person in my school. So, yes, Teaya, I hate that happens. It's awful and senseless. Geez, white privilege is there. The more people that understand it, the closer the human race will be to actually being civilized. That's how I look at it. Like, if we could just stand together, there's just no limits to what we can do. But unfortunately, I just don't ever see that happening. There are certain groups of people that get targeted, and it's such a shame. And most of the time, unfair. It is. It really is. And you guys seem, yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. And it's not an easy thing to talk about. It's a very controversial thing to talk about. But I don't care to talk about controversial things, you guys. Like, I don't care what people think of me, or I don't care if you think differently than me. People are allowed to think differently. And I can't tell you why you should feel a certain way. All I can tell you is I know from what I've experienced throughout my life. And I know that a majority of the friends that I have are white, and even they are able to look at me, even from hanging around me. They know what it's like when they when they're around me and they see what goes on and how I'm stereotyped where I'm at, depending where we're at. It's real life, but it is very controversial, Jennifer. It's a very controversial subject because a lot of people don't believe in it, you know, and that's okay. I understand if you don't, I mean, I won't, you know, hate you if you don't believe in it, you know. I will just say that either you've lived a very sheltered life or it's just something that you refuse to believe. Yeah, I'm feeling the same. truly over people I thought more of, even disappointing me. Be wise, be observant, and always remember, even salt looks like sugar. That's the truth, girl. That's the truth. Yeah, I do want to hear something wild, Melissa. It's time consuming, and I don't have any emotional outrage on issues that don't involve me. That's actually a good thing, you know? But it is hard when you watch your friends going through that type of stuff, when you watch your friends being bullied or um, going through things, you know, then it makes you sad, you know? And I have a couple of my friends going through things and I feel so bad for them, you know, and all I can do is, you know, call those people out on their bullshit, you know? And you guys know I haven't really even been on YouTube that much because I've been sick. So I don't know everything that's going on. I have to catch up with things. There's people I have to talk to because I'm not going to speak on something that I don't know about. I have to know about things and trust and believe there's going to be more videos coming like this because there's so much bullshit going on, you know? And just because it's not happening to me doesn't mean that I don't care, because I do. Especially if it's somebody that I care about that's being, you know, bullied. Melissa, I can tell that you're an empath. Are you an empath, Melissa? No, I don't feel bad for my friends. They don't do. Well, I don't know. I'm as white as can be, but actually mixed race white Native American. So I've had white privilege, of course, but lived in Oakland, California for 15 years and felt the reverse like you, Jennifer. Right. I think it's more about people. I hate it when that happens. Why does it do that? I think it's more about people wanting to see it for what it is. I guess I feel like it's like nailing hello to a tree, trying to make everyone understand it. Yeah, I know what you mean. I hope you're doing well now, too. Sorry to hear you were sick. I'm doing much better, but thank you, Susie. Yeah, I've been not feeling good at all. I don't know what kind of virus I had, but it lasted a pretty long time. Did you guys hear about the black couple who had their white friends show their home for sale and it generally increased the value of the home? No. That is insane. I'm going to have to go on here because I'm some comments are I can't scroll up. So I'm missing some comments here. I was told I was trying to set up a creator in her comment section for trying to report a dox on Teaya. Because you know doxing is wrong. I feel like clearly people don't ever even recognize integrity anymore. And I 100% agree with you, Melissa. Like 100%. People don't recognize that anymore. It's hard to even I don't understand. Like that's the huge problem, right? There's no integrity. There isn't. There's no integrity here on YouTube anymore. Yeah, I think I probably am. It's not fantastic for my mental health. Yeah. Yeah, it is. I just found out that I'm one too, Melissa, and it really is not a good thing. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not a good thing, but it's definitely hard. It's definitely hard. And I think it was Melissa Jade who told me this, that being an empath is hard because not only do you have to deal with your emotions, but you have to deal with everyone else's emotions around you. And that is tough, you know? There's some advantages, but there's definitely some disadvantages to it. And it's not fun at all. To judge by skin color is so arbitrary and random. What if it was eye color, hair color, or height? It would be. I agree. Lovely symbols. 100%. It was unbelievable to anyone that I could dislike Teaya, but still not want to see. I don't want to see anybody be doxxed, period. Even if it's a creator that I don't like. That is a huge invasion of somebody's privacy. And what sucks is that people, always use excuses for what's a dox and what's not a dox. And you just have to be careful with the things that you do. It is a horrible situation to go through, and no one should be doing that. No one should be so mad where you want to go and give out somebody's personal information to a whole bunch of people. Like, it's ridiculous. That's what bothers me with YouTube. It's free for all to do and say whatever you want, and there is no consequence. I agree, Susie, 100%. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. YouTube picks and chooses the people that they discipline or take down their live or whatever the situation is. YouTube literally will do it for some, but not for all. It's time. I've been saying this forever, before anybody else was. It's been time for YouTube to start paying attention to this shit. If another creator docs or lets a dox happen, now listen, if somebody's in the chat and they put something wrong in your chat, that doesn't necessarily mean it's the creator's fault. It's what the creator does after they see that dox is what shows of their character. It shows their character. If you can sit there and say, I'm allowing it, I don't give a shit if a dox is in there. Well, then you are probably more responsible than the person that doxed and put the shit in the chat. You are more responsible because you let the shit happen. So if I see something and it's called to my attention, because and the reason why I say that about creators is because we can't see everything. It's up to our mod. That's why we have mods, for our mods to be able to see, to be kind of our eyes, because we're not paying attention to the chat all the time. I don't care what anybody says. There are some creators that can pay attention to the chat, talk on the fucking phone, text while she's talking on the phone, and then yell at her creators. Okay. Yell at her creators for sitting there wondering why she's texting and talking to everyone around her, paying attention. Not every fucking creator can do that shit. Okay? So I can't do it. And if somebody's doing that shit in the chat and I don't do anything about it, well, guess what? I'm responsible for it. And guess what? I should be gone. If I don't take that down and I don't say, hey, mods, get rid of that shit, that's not supposed to be in here. But if I just say, oh, I don't care what people put in the chat, whatever. If there's a dox in there, just let it be. Well, that shows what a shitty person I am, right? Me as a creator, to let something like that happen in my chat and on my channel, period. I think it has happened in my chat before. Tara knew her last name and was replying to that account for a week in her comment sections, then refused to remove them. Yeah, that's wrong on so many levels. The sad thing is most people don't care about specific issues until they are personally affected. I agree. I 100% agree. That's the problem too. Like, you can't just not care about things just because it's not happening to you, because one day it may happen to you. That's why you should care. And not necessarily, you can't fix the world and you can't care, but as all the time, but as a creator, you have a responsibility. And, if you have a commentary channel, I think, or a drama channel or whatever, it's always good to hold people accountable for their actions and to speak up for somebody who can't speak for themselves or who won't speak for themselves. So that's what I try to do and what I always will do. And I'll always call people out on the shit that they do. And like I said, you don't have to respect me, because I haven't respected you from day one. And I still don't. And I never will. Because no matter what you say, I know why you say you don't respect me. See, you don't respect me, supposedly, because I see you for who you truly are. And you know that I know that you still use the N-word no matter what the fuck you say. You don't have to respect me. That's cool. I'm cool. I'm over here. I'm staying in my own lane. Always stayed in my own lane. And you can stay over there in your own lane. And you can do commentary about me every day, all day, all motherfucking day if you want to. I don't care. But if you say something, make sure you get it right, because you didn't, and you don't, and you never will. You can't call somebody out on, you're calling somebody out, you're doing commentary, but yet you're bullying them at the same time, talking about their makeup, but yet, you do makeup. Make it make sense. It doesn't. You can't call somebody out on their hypocrisy when you're a fucking hypocrite your damn self. Period. Definitely responsible. I honestly think that Tara enjoys saying stuff. I agree with that too. Some people get a kick out of this kind of stuff, you guys. Some people really like the fact that they have that kind of power to hurt people. And it's sad and it's disgusting, but unfortunately, that's just the way that it is. We're talking about a different Tara. Her name's Tara, but Tyra Banks, yeah, definitely. I definitely will be talking about her too, because Tyra Banks is a horrible. People think she's nice, but she's really not. So, in conclusion of this shit, this bullshit, is stop being an asshole. Okay? I think we all can agree with that. She's done blackface multiple times, Jennifer K. I plan on doing a live about her too. She's done a lot of controversial things, and she has never acknowledged or said she's sorry for it. Not once. Tyra Banks isn't the person that people think she is. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Tyra Banks. She's opened the door for a lot of Black models to be successful, and it really started with her and Naomi Campbell. So much respect, but she's done a lot of horrible things, a lot of problematic things that people they kind of ignored, and she's kind of slid under the radar. But a lot of people have been calling her out lately, and I think it's awesome. Like Troyce TV, he did a video about her. That's like literally one of my favorite creators here on YouTube. Troyce TV, he is amazing. And if you really want to see how my brain works, watch him and you will understand how my brain works, because he has a better way with words than I do. And he's definitely, like, I'm blunt, but he's just way, way blunt. But you can be blunt like that when you have over 500,000 subscribers. In my opinion, he should have way more than that. But trust and believe, I will be doing a lot of videos of unpopular opinions and what I think about fucking Biden and what I think about Hillary freaking Clinton and all of them. Trust me, I'll be doing some videos about that when I get to a certain amount of subscribers too. But when you are building and you are growing, you still have to be very careful sometimes about the things that you say. But when you get to a certain point, then you can literally say, fuck it, I'm about to say this shit. He's here. That's no problem, girl. Thank you for being here. Thank you for modding. Love you. And I'll be praying for your mom. Please don't do me. I swear I'm a good boy. I stay in my lane. You do stay in your lane, don't you, Irvin? Or do you? But that's pretty much all I wanted to say about it. There's a lot of creators that apologize, but I have definitely come to the conclusion that once a creator continues to apologize for the same damn thing over and over again, it's time for me to pull my support, because like I said, being a creator, your subscribers, the people who support you are everything, you know, and that's just my opinion. There are some creators who feel differently, but you definitely shouldn't take the people who support you for granted either. My stance on politicians, almost all of them are corrupt and work for major corporations. That's 100, Jennifer K, for sure. For sure. That's 100. But I will be on here tomorrow. For those of you that are up in the afternoon, I will be doing a makeup live in the afternoon. For sure, since I feel better, I'm going to be able to do it. So I will be on here in the afternoon, and then I'll be on here towards the night. I normally don't do, excuse me, 2 lives in a day, but I'm trying to catch up. So I will be on here tomorrow in the afternoon. The time might change, but it's still going to be in the afternoon. And then I will also be on here tomorrow night as well. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys. You guys mean so much to me. Thank you for not being sheep. Thank you for keeping it real and just being amazing. You guys could be anywhere, but you chose to be here and listening to me rant. And I wholeheartedly appreciate you guys. I will be on here tomorrow. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been able to do makeup on here, so I'm really excited. And so for those of you that love makeup, make sure that you're here tomorrow for my Get Ready With Me. And I love y'all. Thank you for being here. Melissa, can you email me, Melissa Brown? My email is in my About section. If you can email me, or if you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, I would appreciate that. Been listening in the background. Always appreciate your lives and your viewpoints, Teaya. As always, looking good. Oh, thank you, Caitlin. Thank you for being here, beautiful. I appreciate you. I'd rather be here. Where am I? I'm sure there's people who are alive right now, Irvin, but thank you for being here. I appreciate you. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be real. Remember how beautiful you are and how amazing you are. And I can't wait to do this all over again tomorrow. Let's do the outro, because I never do it. Or should I? Yeah, I should do it. If I can find it. I love y'all, and have an amazing rest of your night. And thank you so much for being here. Make sure you come back tomorrow. Bye. Deuces.